Hey music fans, as a roadie I had this great opportunity to tour with all these bands. I wrote a book about my experiences on the road and it was the #1 new release on Amazon and Bios and it's now sold millions of copies on Kindle. I'm Joel Roadie and this is my podcast, Party Like a Rockstar. Have we heard of a band called BAND-MAID?
Good name, but I haven't heard of them. BAND-MAID, I like that.
This is my next series of Road Dogs and Rock Gods. This one features Dave Rodway. Dave Rodway is a buddy of mine. I know him actually from my local bar, my local pub. This guy's more enthusiastic about music. He loves music more than I think anyone I've ever met. And so I've been bugging him to come on the podcast just because it's so refreshing to see someone love music that much. He's a touring drummer, and he happens to be one of the very best drum teachers in Los Angeles. He's a good dude. I think you guys will like him. I also want to throw a shout out, a thank you, to the people here at Everybody Eat. You can read more about them at everybodyeating.com. But they made these chips that I've been eating myself here all week. They sent me a whole bunch of different ones to try. They're really, really good. What I like about them is that they're kind of fresh. They don't feel like they're made with garbage ingredients and stuff. And if you look at one of the packages, it kind of makes sense, you know, olive oil, lime juice, pumpkin seeds, nutritional yeast, gluten-free, baked. But they're tasty. I like them. Thank you guys so much. Go check them out at everybodyeating.com if you guys are interested in healthy cracker treat stuff. Guys, let's jump into these videos. Let's see what Dave Rodway has to say about your favorite band. This is BAND-MAID. This is their newest release. It's a track called Hate. And I think you'll dig it. BAND-MAID is cool. If you like Love Bites, I think that you kind of got to like BAND-MAID. It's not that they're the same band. It's just they're swimming down the same river, right? It's kind of cool stuff. So let me know what you think. We'll give it a go.
That
What do we think of BAND-MAID?
Wow, they were really good. They seemed like they've been together a long time also. Like everything was really tight. Everything was, each member can push or pull the band if they want to. And the
Yeah.
drummer was just keeping it right there. Bow, 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 bow. Just keeping it right in front. I really dug them. Yeah, they were really good. Really good.
Okay, so from the school of Dave here, we'll see how well I'm doing. She had China cymbals as well,
Yeah.
and hers were really low, so she kept her kit really, really tight.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and she did. That's right. And so everything's kind of like this looping around. So it makes it more economical to get around. She did have China cymbals, and she likes some people. You're also going to notice how do I tilt my cymbals? So if you're looking at the drum set, a lot of cool guys from the 70s and 80s, they're going to keep their cymbals about eye level and flat like this
Right.
and pepang, and they're going to look cool. Other people, they tilt them in a little bit so they
Right.
can access them, and there's a little more volume control. Other people tilt them a lot. She was kind of more flat all around the kit, with a couple of variations. And these are just things that we look for, when we're drumming. You walk in a room, you look at somebody's kit, and automatically you're doing the math. What kind of, if it's good gear, like you pointed out, you see the gear, and if it's good stuff, that it's probably going to be a good show. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it's neat. It just shows how, as audience, as viewers, as fans, or whatever, there's so many different levels to all this stuff, and it's just up to you about how much you want to learn and how interesting it is. So I can't believe in all these years I haven't got the drum the drum tutorial. With Stone Temple Pilots, they put me on stage once for a sound check, right? And they're like, Rifkin, that was my nickname. Hit the drums, hit the drums. And I was sitting there, I'm hitting the drum with my foot, right? Jeez, I hit it for crying out loud. I'm hitting it. And they're like, you need to hit the drum, man. And they pulled me
Yeah,
off and they stuck
yeah,
somebody else up there. I just didn't hit
yeah.
hard enough. They're like, you gotta give it oomph.
Yeah, you gotta actually go to the peak. You gotta go as hard as you're ever gonna go. So you gotta kind of know that going in for the sound man's case. So a lot of newer musicians, they get up on stage and they're a little cautious, and they don't want to play too loudly, and they're out of context. And so if they're doing a sound check, that's why some bands will do a song or two for sound check. I mean, professional bands, they'll
Yeah.
spend the afternoon, they'll do their whole set to get that sound. So there's no surprises, right? Like if I'm
Yeah.
playing and all of a sudden now we're playing, and all of a sudden I start kicking it out, boop, I'm going to start canceling out all kinds of signals and going crazy. That's what they don't want to happen. But yeah, man, hey, you got to do a sound check for STP, their drummer.
I only did one as a drummer.
Woo!
Did a
That's
lot of them,
awesome, man. That's awesome.
yeah. So when you're listening to a band like BAND-MAID here for the first time, are you always focused on the drums, or are you able to listen to everything?
Great question. Great question. And coincidentally enough, the drums are the last thing I need to listen to. So
Oh,
usually, yeah, because they come to me, right? And through years and years of ear training, I can hear what his bass drum is doing. I can hear what his hi-hat foot is doing. I can hear what all, I've conditioned and trained myself to hear all these things. But when I see a band like BAND-MAID and they get up on stage and it's like, boom, and she's on the guitar.
yeah.
First thing I'm like, I'm watching her fingers. I'm like, whoa, that's real technique. A lot of people self-taught or whatever, they can make that happen, but it looks like that's happening. People with real technique, you can see the difference, right? So I'm like that for them and the bass player. And in the last song, they did little solos, little
So
bass, right? And then guitar, bass, guitar, bass, guitar, bass, guitar together.
I love it.
All that is awesome. And that's what I'm listening to. I'm listening to where are the melodies going? Where's the changes? Like, is it a major da 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 da, or are there minors? What makes it, and when they do surprise me, I'm like, whoa, I was not expecting that. Sometimes I get out of nowhere, something will drop, or they'll change the tempo or the time signature, And I love that. Yeah. But the drums, you know, I could stare at the drummer all night long, and I could see what he's doing front and back. Not that I know what he's doing, he or she, you know, you know, like that. But those are the things that I'm so conditioned to, that I'll be like, oh, the drummer's doing that thing, but what's he doing on the guitar right there? Oh,
Yeah.
what's that thing? What's it? I love that, man. Yeah. Great question though, Joel.
That was an interesting answer. I didn't expect you to say that. All right. Have we heard of a band called The Warning, and they're out of Mexico?
Oh no, but I love some Mexico bands.
Okay, cool. You've been
Yeah.
warned.
Awesome.
Hey, the podcast is over. What are you still doing here? Well, while you're here, like and subscribe. Thanks.